Hello everybody, welcome to the Fairview Simulations channel. I'm Aussie Paul. Today we're going to be playing Farming Simulator 19 on the Ravensport map. We are going to be playing on the farm manager mode. We are going to be starting our farm down in the original starting area if you were to start on easy mode. I have taken the time to set up a farm, get some equipment, some machinery. The type of farm we're going to be doing in this series is a poultry farm, an egg producing poultry farm. We may sell off a bit of surplus chicken to help generate some income as we go forward. We're going to grow our own feed and expand the farm. More chickens, more chicken pens, and to be able to grow our own feed and fully support that farm. So as I said, I've already set up the farm. Fairview Chickens is what it's called. These are the settings we will be running at in an effort to keep it flowing along a bit. I will put the economic difficulty on easy just to help keep it moving along so we don't get stuck at the same point for a long time. We can expand at a greater pace. I have taken out a pretty substantial loan to do what I've done. We start off with 1.25 million dollars, I believe, and I've run the loan up to, I think it started $250,000 up to $675,000. So our total investment so far is $1.659 million. So with that being said, we do need to get to work. We do already have chickens in our two sheds. We have 200 brown chickens in both sheds for egg producing, and we've added one rooster for every 10 chickens to help our reproduction. So let's get to work. So we'll start off with a bit of a tour. We're living in a caravan, 1.6 something million of debt. Doesn't leave a lot of options open for accommodation. We do have ourselves a pretty nice truck. We have the Lizard 2014 pickup to get our eggs off the market and help with a few other transportation needs around the farm from time to time. We have a dog roaming around here somewhere. His ball, we'll just give him a quick feed before we head off too far, and if he's here somewhere we'll give him a pet, but at this point in time he's not around. So we've already made a bit of a yard here. We've got two of the small easy sheds. We have the modded version with the lighting fitted. We have our workshop here to do our farm maintenance and repairs. We have a pressure washer to wash our equipment off and help with our maintenance program. So as I said, we're going to be growing our own feed. We're not going to be buying feed in. We have bought in 4,000 litres per shed, so about 8,000 litres total per shed for the sheds, sorry, to get started just until we can get that first crop going. We have bought the TC 5.90 with the 6 metre Verifield header on it for harvesting our cereal crops. We will be growing more than just the feed where we can to help boost our income along. We have the recently released modded Amazon ZAU 1801 fertilizer spreader. We're going to be using that one to spread our lime. We have another recently released mod, the Agrimatax Fertimax. This will be used for our general fertilizer spreading. Again, field ready to go. We have the Vaderstead Spirit R300S seeder to plant our crops. We have, for all our farm work at the moment, a T5.120 New Holland tractor fitted with narrow twins on the back. We have a counterweight there to help, particularly with our fertilizing jobs. This is a pretty light tractor. We have a bucket and front end loader. Just for now, I'll be bringing lime in bulk, dumping it in a pile somewhere and feeding the lime spreader with the bucket. We have the Agrisem Gold 3 meter combi plough for our subsoiling needs. We also have the 8,000 litre Strutman SX 1802 tipper. Only a small one. We're only a small operation at the moment, so we don't need to go much bigger than that. The Deltas 2 Kahn Deltas 2 spray unit, full of herbicide, ready to go should we need to control some weeds. And we have the Underfurf Seed Runner 3755 XL with some fertilizer and seed in it, ready for our planting. As we head down the farm towards our sheds, as you can see, we've used the recently modded barn style chicken shed that was released not too long ago. I like this shed. It looks a lot like the chicken sheds I'm used to seeing dotted around the countryside. And to tell you a secret, a lot like the style I'm used to working in as well. So we will expand on this. I think we definitely should be able to get another 2 sheds at least in this area side by side, and then we may look at another area and we may use the more free range looking chicken pen as well to keep, so we're feeding 2 markets. Although these do facilitate some sort of free range activity, there's some chickens, the back doors are open, the chickens are out roaming around out the back. So we're going to start here with our cropping situation. We have a potato crop. It is 0% fertiliser, 0 weeds. It says it needs ploughing. We will get that ploughed in. Probably not this go. For our first go over crops, we will just, to get started and to make sure we grow for enough feed in time to top up our feed pens, we'll just direct seed over the crops that we're not going to use. We have crops, so we have potatoes there, so we'll plant wheat down there. We have a field 24 up here, which will head up here in this direction now. And it is actually a cotton crop. It's not worth the investment to try and harvest that, even if you were to lease, so we just won't bother. And we do have a field of sunflowers up here ready to go. Again, by the time we lease, we'll just direct sow them back into the ground and start fresh. We will hang on to this one. This is the canola. There's no further investment required to harvest this. We just chuck a bit of fertilizer on it and take what we can off it, and that'll help get our money moving a bit. So with that said, let's head over to our tractor. We'll chuck on the Vaderstead and we'll get that bottom field sowed. Okay, we'll make sure we set the wheat. and let's get it done. Okay, I've just set a worker to that task of sowing that field. Why the worker's doing that, I'll take a little bit of time to just tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a hard-working father of 6 from down under. I've been working, I grew up in fact, and have been working in the agricultural industry all my life. In my spare times, I like to relax and unwind and play video games, farming simulator. One of my favourite, I enjoy simulation games of all sorts. I can be a little bit fussy, but farming simulator I've been playing since 2011. I believe it was the first one I played, and I've been playing the series ever since, all the way up until this one. As I said, my background is in the rural industry. I grew up in the central west of New South Wales in Australia. We had a family farm out there. It was only a small one, but there were several larger farms surrounding it. And as I was growing up and young and just starting out the working, I was doing a lot of work on those surrounding farms, growing things like wheat, barley, oats, canola, lupins, cattle, sheep, pigs, goats, chickens, and we even had the odd horse or two when we were growing up. Later on in my working career, it was pretty early on in my working career, but after I finished school, I fell into the chicken industry, the meat chicken industry, where I started rearing parent breeders, then moved into the egg laying side of the parent breeder stock, and then later into the broiler or supermarket chicken. And currently at the moment I'm doing free range broilers for a local company down here in Australia. I decided to start this channel to change the dimensions of my game playing. I like to play games and unwind at the same time. Add a new dimension to it. I enjoy watching YouTube videos on YouTube of people presenting simulation games, and particularly Farming Simulator, storytellers, just general play, get ideas, tips, and hopefully I can share a few with you guys. Show me kids that try different things, get out there and get out of your comfort zone and try and do something that you wouldn't normally be perceived to do, and if we can have a little fun along the way, maybe earn a little bit of pocket money. And I've decided with my videos that I'll help a good charity, or several good charities as we go. I'm starting off with the Buy a Bale charity here in Australia. Australian farms, particularly in New South Wales, have been struggling with drought, and the Buy a Bale program helps raise money to buy feed for stock and other necessities, even food on the farmer's table, just to help them get through this tough time until better times come. So I've decided that 25% of any donations that you make to this channel, I will then redonate that 25% to the buyer bale program for the foreseeable future. And then later on, you know, we may look at other charities such as Kids with Cancer and anything else that might catch my attention along the ways. So, with all that said, I hope you enjoy the channel, and let's get back to work. We'll go and see where the work is up to, and we'll rejoin you once that field is complete. Okay, we've just wrapped that up. So the info on this field says it needs one more fertilising state and it doesn't need ploughing. It is 0.7 of a hectare, so if we put the fertiliser on it and bring it up to 100% and keep the weeds out, we should get about 10,000 litres of wheat off this field, which would be enough with the current stock levels in those sheds to keep them in feed even with the numbers reproducing. So we won't fertilise that just yet. We will head over to field 24 and plant some barley in it, and then we'll go to 26 and we will plant some soybeans in there. And once I've done that, I'll rejoin you back at the main yard. Alrighty, I've finished sowing our fields. So to recap, we have 19 wheat to feed our chickens. If there's not enough wheat to cover what needs for our chickens, we will top it up with our barley crop. Otherwise the barley will be a cash crop along with our initial canola field that was planted at the start and the soybeans which we have planted. As you can see, everything's germinated. While we're off camera, I did take the liberty to keep the video shorter of fertilising everything, so everything's at 100% fertilisation right now. So it's just a matter of sitting and waiting. The only influencing factors we have is that some need ploughing, some need lime, which we'll cover on the next rotation. I will mention, when I was fertilising, the wheels I had selected on the tractor I didn't think would do crop damage. I was wrong, so I've damaged the crops 2 tracks where I fertilised. Not to worry, we've only lost a little bit of fertiliser. It's cost us nothing up until this point other than that fertiliser and whatever it costs to harvest. We will head down now to our chickens. Okay, here we are. Our chickens are breeding. We have 205 in each pen. We're at 100% productivity. We get a new chicken every hour and 15 minutes. We have 60 litres of eggs in each pen. Our feed is around 3,700 litres a pen. We're just in the red, yellow. Hopefully our crop will be ready in time to have enough feed to top those back up. As I said, as you can see, we have a box out the front of the sheds ready to be picked up and taken to market. We will collect those in the morning for our next episode. We will jump back in the car now. We will head up to the farm caravan. I paid the $15,000 I had left off the loan to reduce the amount of interest. Every little bit helps, right? If we didn't pay that down, the bank was only going to take it anyway in interest, so we've done that. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe and share. Leave a comment. There is a link in the description below for you to support me if you choose to. Just remember, any support you do provide, 25% of it will go to the Australian Bioburial Foundation to help struggling farmers through the drought. Until next time, I'll see you later.